back in my car running errands, and I thought I would talk about something that I did today that I've gotten a lot of questions about, and maybe it's something you've been thinking about too. I had this conversation online with the artist Amanda Evanson. She was talking about how, well, when she was a latchkey kid growing up in the 80s, she would watch Oprah, and she felt like she knew more about Oprah than really anyone. And so she knew who her best friends were, knew what she ate, all these things. And she felt close to Oprah, even though Oprah didn't know who she was at all. And it got us talking about what's called parasocial relationships. Those are relationships where you know more about either a famous person or, in our time, like an influencer or someone online than you know about the real people in your life. And so it really got me thinking about how I want to live my life and who I want to invest in and the time I want to spend with those people. And I realized that the people I want to invest in are the people I actually know. Like the people I connect with, especially on Instagram. This is specific for me on Instagram. Not so much here on YouTube, although, gosh, I do love so much when you comment in the comments, because it feels like we're building a relationship that's real based on one that's parasocial. And so on Instagram, I've started to unfollow people sort of at a rapid rate. So much so that Instagram said I had to stop unfollowing until it would let me unfollow people. My goal is, I started with following, I gotta mail some things, hold on just a second. Did make a comic for my grandson, and so I'm gonna send that to him, and I did write my aunt. So that's what's going out in the mail. So I started with following about 1,300 people, and I think I'm at, 600, and my goal is to get down to closer to 300. And so someone asked me, why am I doing this? One, because I want to choose what I look at. I don't want to constantly be sold. So if someone is a business, if I'm following an account that's a business, I'm unfollowing that. And if I don't recognize the icon, I'm unfollowing that. And if I don't have any interaction, I'm unfollowing that. It's pretty simple who to unfollow. And so that's just for I want to build deeper relationships with people I want to build relationships with. And then for my art practice, why this is important, I watched Sandy Hester's last video, and she was talking about being influenced by seeing too much. And it got me thinking that she's right. I love that there's all that artwork, but I don't need to see it all. I really just want to see things for composition and color. Those are the two things that I'm most interested in right now, is composition and color. And so I can go out and look for inspiration instead of just having it flow through me. And so I think it's important as an artist that we're not constantly seeing other people's work, because whether you like it or not, it's going to influence your work. It also, just like in Sandy's video, you bop around too much. You're like, now I'm painting animals, and now I'm painting still lifes, and now I'm painting, because that's what you're seeing. And I do paint animals, I do paint still lifes, but I also am trying to get deeper within those practices. So for me, I think it's a good idea that I slow down the eyeball input, basically. I just don't need to see as much. And so that's what I'm doing to try to get a handle of my social media consumption, my inspiration consumption, just to have a better sense of or control of what I'm doing. What really happened is I got irritated at getting sold all the time. You know, everyone's selling a course or a book or a membership and you know, I'm just as susceptible as anyone else, and I buy the book or I buy the thing, and it's like I just cannot continue to buy all of this stuff. Or it isn't that I don't want to support people, authors or artists, or I just can't. And I need to really do that a little bit more deliberately, as opposed to because I see it all of the time, I'm buying it. So that's the other reason. Yeah, I'm really feeling good about this, and I'm curious what your relationship with social media is and how you're handling it. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see my lovely drive home, and I will see you next week.